Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam, and welcome back to Scrappy Adam after a long break that was not intentional, but life just got life. And then June has been a super busy month. Scrappy Kathy has been staying with us for 18 days. Then we went on a cruise with Vicky Bootin and had an absolute blast. Then we came back and Kathy left. I had a day out in London with Vicky Bootin. We've tested positive for COVID and it's all go, go, go. And it got to the point where I just had too much to do, something had to give, so I had to take a step back from YouTube. But here I am back and raring to go and really missing it. So I have decided to start off with the 12 Days of Summer Scraplifts from Scrap Squad, which is brought to you by, as I say, Scrap Squad, and they have a kit that goes along with this that you can get from Aardvark Cards and Gifts, which is owned by the lovely Rebecca. I will leave a link to that down below. And I spoke to Rebecca and said I want to do the 12 days. That is going to be my little kick back into scrapping with you guys here on YouTube. So she kindly let me have a look at them so that I could try and get ahead by a day. So here we are with day 1 of 12 Days of Summer Scraplifts, and I really love this one. So it is this gorgeous layout which has some mixed media behind that you can see. I'm not going to do the mixed media, like, let me get back to it gently. And we have these 3 panels, then some little bits. I love that this map of the USA is there. I'm not going to do that, but I did consider doing 3 maps, but I've decided not to. And this is a lift of scrap by Carl Lodier. I'm rubbish with names, but I just wanted to give the credit there. So that is where this lift has come from. And that is what we are going to do today. So I'm sticking with that design, but I'm not doing the mixed media. And if I cough, sniff or anything else during this video, I do apologise. I do have COVID and it's life, but I need to scrap and I need some time for me. So here we are. So I'm actually going to do a title page for an album that is going to be filled massively with layouts of the adventures with Kathy and specifically the cruise. So I've already decided that I'm going to do 3 albums. I've got a 6x8 album of the cruise, and I'm also going to do a 12x12 album of the cruise because there are that many photos and memories that I think I need it. Then I'm also going to have another 12x12 album which will be filled with memories and adventures with Kathy that was not the cruise. So that will include the trip to Liverpool with Lisa and Helen, Rolling Stones, and our drive back from the cruise, which was a 10-hour road trip of the UK from south to northwest, and all the other things as well, including Kathy meeting my mum, meeting Mick, Tom, and Chris, who you all see on my layouts. Everybody got along. It was so nice, and I miss Kathy. But fear not, because I am going to Atlanta in not very long, so that will be another adventure for us to document. And then I'm also going to do another album which may or may not be 6x8, which is going to document my day in London with Vicky Bootin, because hello, that doesn't happen very often, and it was amazing. So lots of scrapping to do, and I am going to start with the title page. As soon as I saw this layout that we are using today, I knew I wanted it to have the cruise, because it's perfect. We visited 2 countries, and we started in the UK, So that's where I'm going with this layout, and that's why I did think about for a few minutes like a cut out of a map of Spain, France and the UK, but then to be honest I'm not feeling up to that faff, so we're not doing that. We'll see how we go. So I am going to use, for the 6x8 album, Kathy and myself are both going to use the same photos. So we're going to narrow down our favourites of like 2,000 photos to 60, 70, and that's going to fit in the 6x8 album that we made with Vicky on the cruise. And we're both using the same kit from Vicky, which was Maggie Holmes Round Trip and Heidi Swap Sun Chaser. But we've both done it very differently because we both go rogue, and we both went rogue on the album, and then we're going to do a joint live and show you that album. But then I'm going to do a 12x12 album, and for that I'm going to mix the collections up. So I'm going to start with Bella Boulevard, A Time to Travel, which is this one, which is a fairly new one. And I've already been through both ephemera packs. We've got the icons and the words and tags there. Excuse me. From this collection, I do also have, what do we have? The puffy stickers and the epoxy stickers. A couple of the Belle pops. I'm thinking of using these stamps. The Chow Chip and the Doohickey stickers. So we've got all of that. I've been through, as I said, the ephemera, so they can go back in this little bag. And I've already pulled out some papers as well. Get me being all organised and not faffing on camera. Then, sorry Kathy, these are actually in the July Scrap Backwards kit, which we built together, which we're going to try and replicate with Kathy's stash. Don't know how that'll work, but we'll see. And I thought we could use these three or these three. So we basically got the clips and then suitcase, like summer tags. And these are both from the summer collection from Bramble Fox, and thank you to Morag for those. And I guess hashtag ad. I am on the challenge design team, so just to be totally open with you all. Then I also have a couple of memorabilia items. So I've got a Le Havre sticker, and I'm thinking of cutting that. Now I don't have anything with France on, oversight by Adam. Whereas I have this. This is actually a magnet, and it is metal, but I'm thinking of using this, which you can't actually see because I wasn't on camera. But it's this sort of mosaic, and it's a map of France. I wish I'd got one with France on. This is actually Spain. And then this sticker, which is somewhere in France. And then I also have these, which I got in London, I think, or on the way back on the epic road trip that ended at 4 AM. Worth it for Vicky though. So we have these, and I'm thinking I might use like a sticker or one of these pins to go along with having something from each country in each of the 3 rectangles. And I also have one of the 2 SeaPass cards from Royal Caribbean from our ship. I thought we may try and get that on. I do want to do a page with my SeaPass on its own as well though. So I don't know how we will get on with that. I'm just going to turn that over. It only has my name on it, but okay, bear with me 1 minute. Let's get the trimmer out. I wish I didn't have a heavy trimmer when I'm weak, but there we go. Okay, so as I say, I've already been through and chosen some papers, and I'm thinking we're going to start with this paper, which is, I hope the volume is okay as well. I'm trying to speak directly in. It's baggage claim with all of these lovely baggage tags. But I am going to use the sort of neutral side, which would also be good for mixed media, but I'm not up to it. So we're not doing it. And you don't have to, just take an idea from a scraplet. Then we are going to sort of replicate the colours in our scraplift. So I don't know if you remember, but we have the dark blue, the light blue and the orange. So what I thought, we'd start with the dark blue, then we'd go with the light blue, but it brings in a bit of yellow and green, which will then allow us to turn this over and use this yellow and orange. That's the plan anyway. And I need to check how big 2 of these are. Okay, so that's 4 inches, so that is perfect. So let's cut that there. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit off that, and then let's do the same here. So we're going to have them about that thick, I think. I can always cut them down again. I'll do the same with this one. Let's have a look. Just take a little bit more. Because I'm not measuring it, it's not wholly precise. But I think we all know that that's fine. And then I'll just take this and sort of line it up a little bit. Okey-doke. So I'm just going to cut approximately there. So that is our 3 strips then. I don't know whether this one's going to look okay, but let's give it a whirl, guys. So I need to ask you all, how have you been? Betsy, who watches me here on YouTube, it was so amazing to meet you, and thank you for your kind comments about my channel. It was amazing to meet you and everybody else. It was surreal, wasn't it, being there? It really was. Kathy and I are planning to do a little chatty video to talk about our adventures, because so many people have asked how it went. So yeah, we're going to do a little video to chat through it with you all. If that's something that you would like, you might not want to watch that, and that's okay as well. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I think we're going to tear these edges. So we're just going to go and the same on this side. And that is roughly going to give us where we're starting. So let's put the planes the right way. Now, one thing I've noticed that I have a complaint with about this collection. Now, I love this collection, so don't get me wrong. I'm merely being pedantic. There is no reference to ships or cruises. It's all about cars and camper vans and planes. So I would have liked some cruise ships in it, but I can't have everything. So yeah, I've also pulled out this. This would be perfect, but I think it might be too big. So let's wait and see. So first things first, I'm going to get this one on. Now, on our inspiration, as I said, there was some mixed media, but I think the thing that is important to remember is that Scrap Squad do these lifts to provide inspiration. So if you're feeling inspired but you're not feeling particularly inspired by an element of it, just take an element that you want. So for example, if you really want to scrap like me, you're not feeling particularly great, you don't have a mound of time, so you're not going to want to do mixed media, so don't do it. And just take the design or take an element from it. It's all about interpreting it in your own way and using a tape gun better than that. Yeah, interpreting it in your way and doing your thing. As long as you credit the original artist, scrapper, if you were inspired, which obviously I was, massively. Because as soon as I saw this one, I was like, wow, Thursday night, I need to do this. Okay, then for this, I think I'm going to cut this out. So this is basically the number plate on each of the number plates in Le Havre. In Normandy in France, you would have this on, and this was like just a sticker in a souvenir shop. I tried to get stuff from each port that we went to, and we were on a hunt for a magnet in every port. Yeah, it was great. It was really, really good, guys. So, of course, I'm not going to have a photo on this layout. I am not having a photo. And the reason why I'm not having a photo is because this is like a title page. So, my thinking is of having some... That's not straight, is it? Is that straight? It'll do. Having titles, so UK, France, Spain. Had to think which order we went in then. That is what I was thinking of doing, and I think that works. I do have some alphas here, blue ones, which we may use, but I'm actually thinking black may be better. What colour would you use? Yeah, I'm thinking black may be the better choice. Just going to leave them there. And then we do, as I say, have these clips from Bramble, Fox. Oh, we've got two Wander there. I think that's meant to be something different, but... So, let's go. And what I'm thinking is of having different ones, sort of like this, maybe. So can't really have orange there, so we could have them sort of like that. And then I would also put some twine through that, which I know I do have orange here. We did buy some when we were away because we wanted some for our album. And whilst I took the kitchen sink with me, I didn't take any twine. Okay. So there. So I'm just going to leave them there for a minute. They may or may not stay there. And then this magnet would... That's one tip if you like, or one thing that I do. When I'm looking at souvenirs, I'm not necessarily looking for souvenirs for gifts, although I did get some, and I did get a magnet to go on my wall of magnets. Thank you, Kathy, for that idea. I'm also looking for things that I can use in scrapbooking. So like these stickers, these were actually in a souvenir shop. These are puffy stickers. This magnet, you can use magnets. I generally have a flat magnet from everywhere I've been so that I can use it in my scrapbooking. And the same for this trip. I will be using some of them in my scrapping. So I'm thinking, actually, I want to use that bus for Vicky Bootin and myself went on a sightseeing bus, so that will be really good for there. It was Jubilee month when Kathy came, so I think the crown ties in very nicely. So we could put that there. Then Le Havre, I am going to cut this off. So we're just going to go and make it just the white of the Le Havre, which is like the city's coat of arms. So that works, and I'll keep this because we may use that on a page of us in a taxi in Le Havre or something. So then I would probably put this here. I don't know, something like that. I guess we could have these tied in with these. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. There's also these maps from the ephemera packs, and these are, or rather this one is scored, or yeah, scored. So that would be quite cool to have on. It is a map of America though, thinking about it, so maybe not. I shall use that on my adventure to Kathy's. Now, I really like that, but it is the wrong colour. So let's have a look at what we have here. Oh. Yeah, they just seem a bit big. I need to start sticking stuff down, I think. So. I'm thinking of sort of doubling up there. So that kind of works for that little area. Then we have no. We do have this, which I really like. This is like a signpost. My camera has moved because I had issues doing a live. So I need to remember that. I do apologise if you've not been able to see anything. So we could have this here. And then what I'm also going to do is on here, I'm going to write thicker the ports. So Rochelle, Corunna, Bilbao, Le Havre, they were the wrong way, and the UK. Okay. I quite like those little clusters as starting off points. I think now I need to put the title on. So we've got you. So these are just big, I think these are the beer roots beer. So we've got the U and the K. Okay. And then I want to look for a small one. One that's ideally not chipboard. Okay, I guess we could mix it up. So let's spell out the country here. And then we might see if we have a smaller. I love these Simple Stories colour vibe alphas, but they're hard to get on straight because they're a little bit more flexible. Does anybody else have that issue, or is that an Adam issue? Which is possible. Might well just be me not being able to do it. There we go. So we've got France. And then Spain at the bottom. Have we got enough letters? S-P-A-I-N. Yes. Should have checked that before, but... Okay, I'm going to spell this backwards. There are no really words to describe how amazing this month has been. It's been quite an emotional end to it, or very emotional end to it, with a crash bang down to earth, but it has been out of this world, and Kathy is just amazing. So if you're watching, Kathy, thank you for everything. So that's kind of what I wanted. I'm thinking I might print out the ports there rather than try and use more thickers maybe. Purely because of time. So we'll do that on printouts. Okay, so it's just a case of adding a few bits to it now, really. Okay, I'm going to... Where is the CPAS card? I'm thinking we'll put that up there. Oh, tape has run out. So let's pop that up there, but let's put something behind it. Let's use that. I do have some of these to hand. I know this is bringing in a bit of pink, but you know, it'll set the tone for the album to be very mismatched, won't it? So. And then I'm going to pop this crown through there. And this is just like a brad. Obviously, if you are not a fan of dimension, then pin badges are not going to be great. But I'm fine with that. It does stick out a little bit, but you know, it's fine. So we're going to pop that there. There we go. So that gives us that. Then I think we will use this sign because it has some worldwide. It also says Paris, which is in France, obviously, which is where we were, Paradise, and also some America for our Kathy. Okay. Then we have the Le Havre sticker, which I'm going to put there, and we're going to add that there. I kind of want to use orange there, so I'm going to use this orange one. So Wander Le Havre. We do have some bits in here. So as I said, these Bramble Fox bits were chosen as part of the Scrap Backwards kit that Kathy and I chose while she was here. We did a live about that in the group. So if that interests you, do go watch it back, where we were just chatting in my kitchen. Quite surreal. Okay, let's use these sunglasses as well. I always struggle with sunglasses, not sure why. Just put them there. And let's get some thread. I've got to put some thread through here. Fortunately, I can rip it off for a minute. I'm just going to double it and double it again. Pop that through there. I just think these are perfect, and twine just adds a bit more texture, which is perfect. And let's pop that back down. Ruffle that up a bit. So I've used blue on that one, and we'll use orange elsewhere. I quite like that up there. Kind of like, you can't really see the passport, so it would be silly to do that. Okay. Then, for once, I don't think I've cut enough twine. Let's see. I'm usually that guy that cuts too much. There we go. So both Kathy and I said that we didn't scrap enough on this trip. We'd both taken time off YouTube and sort of left everything and focused on the memories. And we didn't actually scrap together that much. We did on the cruise, at the class, and when we went back, but not as much as we would have liked. So when I visit our Kathy, that will have to change. And we shall be doing a lot more scrapping. But still doing adventures. Potentially Phoenix, Arizona. Tennessee, I don't know. We don't know. We'll see. Okay, and now I really want to use this. So, I am going to use these foam squares. They're tiny foam squares. That will just allow this magnet, which is raised slightly, to not get caught on the page and for it all to fall off. So I'm just going to put a few of these squares randomly across our magnet. And again, that's another texture on our page, which is fab. I do like texture. Okay. Excuse me while I do the boring bit of pulling these off. Excuse me, I've done well with the coughing. Talking doesn't help. I'm sure everybody's pleased that I've not been talking as much. And then I think we're nearly finished. I'm going to, as I say, print off port dates and locations, and then in a bit of a typewriter font, and stick them in strips. So we're going to pop this about there. Get rid of these and this. Love that so much. This is a heavy page, but that's fine. And we're going to use this passport piece. So as I say, this is from the summer collection. Now some of it is exclusive, some of it's available separately. I don't know which these are from, but I know the summer collection is still available at the moment. But I can't imagine it'll be available for much longer. Okay. Now, I don't really use the word vacation, but Kathy does, so I'm going to use that little stamp. And we're also going to pop that one there. And I've used a pack of them, which is good. And then we have these puffies. So obviously I don't want to use anything that is aimed at London. Now I know those of you not based in the UK will know, but like the Tower Bridge, the London Black Cab, the Men, things like that. So I just want to use generic things, just to give a little bit of a nod to the UK. Pop that there. That one over there, okay. And I do have a couple of packs of these because, as I say, I'll need them for the album of London. Okay. Not looked at any of this yet, actually. Journey, Discover, Adventure. I really like that. That's not going to come up. Going to stick that there, which is tone on tone, and that's okay. Then this compass works really well with it being cruise shippy. So I'm just sort of building up a few clusters. Going to add this one in here, and then as I print them off I'll just add in the strips, journaling strips. Let the fun begin. Pop that there. Never stop making memories is perfect, and I'm going to actually overlap that one there. Travelling makes us smile together. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Okay. I'm going to use Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all, because this was quite a big trip for Kathy especially, but both of us, for various reasons. And I think we both openly admit that. So it was daring and it was an adventure. And I like that it's quite a long piece. And I'm going to pop that there. Okay. And it also, using some of these strips will also tie in me using strips when I come to do the journaling. Let's use this Bramble Fox as well. We're just going heavy on the weights today. I was going to use some flair, but I'm not sure I'll get any on now. But that's okay. Put that there. Going to pop a little arrow there. I wish this was a sticker as well, actually. Let's pop that little suitcase up there, although I like this one more. This has the little camera on as well, which ties in nicely with the orange at the bottom. We've got this little geotag that says Fun in the Sun. So I'm trying to tie in the colours, but also use a lot of the same colours. So this is what we have so far. I've definitely gone off piste with the inspiration, but I'm sure you all expected it. bring in another stamp. This is an ephemera piece. Love that. We've got a circle piece which just says go, see, do. Then I'll probably put them here and here. So it's good that it's in various places. Okay, so that's about it there. All Who Wander Are Not Lost on the Globe is amazing. It's all amazing. I love this collection. Okay, so we've got a little geotag that says this place. A lovely green one that says vacay. And another one that says go see do. Then we've got some icons, suns, clouds. Like a little cloud. We didn't have much rain, to be fair. We did have some, but we were very lucky. Now, we weren't on a plane, but I feel like I can get away with using one. I don't know, maybe I can't. But I've used it now. I'm going to put one in each of our areas. And then I'm also going to bring in a contrasting colour circle sticker into each one as well. And I think I'm going to call it done. Why is that not turning? I love the addition of the pin and all of the texture bits. So that is going to do it, guys. That is number one of the 12 days. I'm so sorry. Day 1 of 12 days of summer scraplifts from Scrap Squad and Aardvark Cards and Gifts, where you can also buy a summer kit using a gorgeous kit put together. I do apologise about sniffling. And this is mine for day 1. As you can see, I have used Belle Boulevard, Time to Travel, and added in some bits that we purchased and picked up along our travels, which I am absolutely loving. And this will be the title piece of ours. Now, obviously, I don't have Kathy's card, otherwise that would be on here as well. But it says what it is, so I'm really pleased with the way this has come out. And as I said, look at whatever scraplift it is. Look at it and think how you can interpret it in your own way, and don't be afraid of changing things. So in this instance, I used no mixed media when there was supposed to be mixed media. But I think you can still see that I was inspired by the inspiration piece. So thank you for the inspiration to the original creator and of course to Scrap Squad for everything they do in putting this event on, because I know it's not easy and they all do examples and work their little butts off. So thank you very, very much. I appreciate it, and I know many other people really appreciate it. Whilst talking to you, I have just noticed that I didn't put the other clip on, so I'm just doing that. Then I will call this layout done, aside from my journaling strips, which I think are going to put the date and the port. So one strip will have, for example, I don't know, 18 La Rochelle, France, for example, 18th of June. And then we'll go forward like that. So I'm just going to put some of that on there and stick that there. And that one is actually going to come off the page because it's close to the top, and that will poke out of my album, and I love it. So all of this lumpy bumpiness is amazing. Thank you all so much for joining me for my first video in a month or so, or first non-commitment video in a month or so. Really happy to be back, and I hope you will enjoy this series. Hopefully it won't be as slow in the future. This was just my first one, so just getting back into it, and I just wanted to have a little chat with you all. So I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you have all been keeping crafty and scrappy. Thank you to all those who followed along our adventure, and I hope you enjoy following along scrapping that adventure with Kathy and myself. I will see you all tomorrow for day 2 of 12 days of summer scraplifts from Scrap Squad. Bye for now.